And welcome back to the GSMC Wrestling Laureate Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Just kind of reflect on what we talked about. We had our WWE NXT review. We had our AEW Dynamite 250 preview. We had our top 10 men's wrestling superstars, and now we're going to talk about our top 10 women's superstars. I'm your host, Eric Rodriguez, every Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific time, 11 p.m. Eastern time on the GSMC Sports Network, here to talk about what you guys love, what I love, professional wrestling. So without further ado, let's talk about these top 10 amazing women in professional wrestling. All right, guys, at number 10, I have Nia Jax. I gotta be honest, I have Nia Jax. Nia Jax, I feel like, ultimately aligning herself with Tiffany Stratton, the Money in the Bank winner. Well, before that, we didn't know she was going to be the Money in the Bank winner. But when Nia Jax won the Queen of the Ring tournament, I wanted to kind of see her just kind of get rowdy. Just wanted to see her like use her crown, kind of like to her advantage, kind of like what Booker T did when he won when he was king of Booker. But ultimately, like Nia Jax, I feel like still has not lived up to her full potential inside WWE. She's a one-time WWE, I think, SmackDown champion. Don't quote me on that. SmackDown champion. Obviously, she lost it when Liv Morgan cashed in her and when Alexa Bliss cashed in her Money in the Bank when she had a match with Ronda Rousey. So Nia Jax, I have at number 10. And honestly, my man Anthony Mazzano Mob. Britt Baker was an honorable mention. I love Britt Baker. When she came back to AEW at Forbidden Door, even I was kind of shocked. I was like, it's kind of cool to kind of see her come back. Interesting to kind of seem like if she's the one to kind of dethrone Mercedes Mone from the high she's been on for so long. So I want to see Britt Baker do it. I want to see Britt Baker become, return to the face of AEW. Obviously, during her hiatus, there was a lot of, a lot of panic going on between the women's division. Obviously, you did have a lot of top superstars like Willow of Nightingale, like Toni Storm, not Stephanie Victoria, the other Latina, oh God, Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa was really, really good. I love Britt Baker. I think, she was one of the honorable mentions. At number 9, I had the WWE Women's Champion Bayley. Bayley, I like Bayley. I do like Bayley. Love her as a babyface more than a heel. As a heel, I feel like, I was kind of shocked to find out that Bayley kind of spoke to outside sources saying that she was the one to ultimately initiate the heel turn. But her as a babyface, it's just better. It's just better 1,010%. Obviously, last Friday Night SmackDown, you saw Nia Jax saying that she got that BBL. You know what I mean? Like so crazy. So it was kind of crazy because like when you look on Twitter after SmackDown, that was what was trending. That was what was trending. Bayley BBL. Kind of crazy. If you don't know, then Google it. I'm not going to tell you here on this podcast because we are PG. We're kid friendly here on this podcast. PG-13. PG-13. Although I feel like when WWE moves to Netflix, I feel like we should go up to PG-13. I'm just kidding. Rated R. I'm just kidding. No, don't. We're not gonna do that. So at number 9, I got my girl Bayley. At number 8, it did not take Willow of Nightingale too long to bounce back from her TBS championship loss at Double or Nothing against Mercedes Mone. She won a vacated championship that was vacated by current WWE superstar, obviously Stephanie Victoria, who was signed by WWE. Now she's a champion once again, and I love a championship belt on Willow. Definitely think they shouldn't have gave Mercedes Mone the TBS championship so quickly, but obviously that's my opinion, 1,010%. So love seeing Willow in this this successful kind of nature. You know what I mean? At number 7, I got Jordynne Grace, the TNA Knockouts World Champion. Ever since she kind of made it to WWE, I feel like it's kind of fizzled out. And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to not trying to be a burden. I'm not trying to kick down Jordynne Grace's run in TNA to be like, oh, she's only important if she takes on WWE superstars. No, that's not the case. I feel like ultimately, NXT should have did a lot more by Jordynne Grace. Like, Tatum Paxley, she's cool. She's all right. Izzy Dame, she's a powerhouse. She's a promising star. Yeah, she's all right. But I feel like you could have had somebody bigger. Like maybe you could have had Jada Parker go over there. Maybe Mi Chen. Maybe Soruka. Maybe you could have had like Kaylani Jordan defend the NXT. Like maybe you could have had something bigger. I was kind of a little ticked off to find out the way that the NXT kind of gave TNA these superstars to take on Jordan Grace. So definitely think she deserves more, but she's on my list. So yeah, at number 6 I have Billy Starks. Billy Starks of Ring of Honor, the Ring of Honor World Women's Television Champion. She recently won a proving ground match last week. She's going to defend her championship at Death Before Dishonor, July 26th. So I'm interested to kind of find out, what happens. She's a formidable champion, very, very good. She every single time she steps into the ring, she gives it all she got, man. She cuts good promos. She's excited to talk to the fans. She's like that baby. She's she's with MIT with Athena. They're like this heel group, but ultimately, it's kind of hard to hate her. It's kind of hard to hate her. At number 6, I have Billy Starks. At number 5, I have Mercedes Mone. Mercedes Mone, a double champion. She's the New Japan professional. She's the New Japan a professional wrestling a women's strong champion, also with a TBS champion. I feel like she has to lose one pretty soon. Would be interesting to find out if tonight's the night she loses to Nyla Rose. I would I would prefer it. I would love to see Mercedes Moné at least drop one title. Like, you got signed to the AEW doesn't necessarily mean that you decide you deserve the whole entire world. At number 4, making her debut on my list, and I might be, obviously I'm a huge sucker for blood being shed on professional wrestling because I'm a huge attitude era kind of guy. At number 4, I have Mariah May. Number 4, I have Mariah May. Her last promo with Toni Storm was just a beauty after winning the Owen Hart Cup Championship Cup. And now she has the number 1 contendership to take on Toni Storm at AEW All In at Wembley Stadium. I'm a sucker for that. Like, it was a great promo. Toni Storm was gushing out blood. You're not used to seeing women in wrestling just being torn to bits. So 1,010% Mariah May is the future of AEW. I mentioned before, she's a promising superstar, and the only reason why I kind of have her at number 4 is because AEW has high hopes for her. Much like, a lot of professional wrestling, social media landscapes and platforms and stuff like that. You look on any Instagram, you look on any Twitter, look on any TikTok, like, you look up Mariah May, you just see this post and it has like over like 100,000 of views and stuff like that. Mariah May is a big deal and she's going to be great. At number 3, I have Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez, to defeat Lola Vice at Heat Wave, had to use 5 pop rocks. Love Roxanne Perez, one of the best NXT Women's Champion of all time. She was talking about it in a promo where she could possibly have a more illustrious career than Charlotte Flair. I'm not too quiet. I'm not too quick to bite on that or drink that Kool-Aid just yet. But she is number 1. She's definitely one of the best NXT superstars. Definitely so promising. She's like Swerve Strickland, she's defended her belt to a crap ton. You can't really, discredit her ability to defend that championship. A lot of times you have someone win the championship, then they kind of use out of this world tactics, disqualifications. Somebody interferes in the match and, she wins. But Roxanne Perez, she wins them clearly. She cleanly and clearly. So at number 3, I have Roxanne Perez. At number 2, I have Toni Storm. Toni Storm was at number 1, but Toni Storm, after being dismantled by Mariah May, I was like, all right, I kind of know what the way AEW wants to take in the direction of the women's division. Obviously, Toni Storm has been on the mountaintop, has been on the top of the steeple, top of the stoop for the longest time. It's time for a change. It's time for a change, and I feel like this is going to be something that's, kind of like something that's going to be introduced here. Number 1, did not take long. Did not take long. Rhea Ripley returns to WWE Monday Night Raw, calls out Liv Morgan, calls out Dominic Mysterio, puts the Judgment Day on notice. Why is Carlito in our clubhouse? And then also you have Jey Uso trying to holler at her. And, it was crazy. It was crazy, 1,010%. And I don't know. It's just, I love Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley, 1,010%. She's, she's going to get her championship back. And it's, it's going to be pretty crazy. And I got another comment. Are your rankings only female wrestlers from the American companies? who are your animal vengeance, or any of them from Japan? I do know a little bit about New Japan Professional Wrestling. Wish I knew a little bit more. Gotta be honest. Once again, love love the feedback, love the criticism and stuff like that. Definitely, like if you have a couple of top tens, give me a couple of New Japan Professional Wrestling superstars, and I would love, absolutely love 1,010% to kind of look them up to see if they belong on this list. But one of those things, and it kind of burns me, kind of hates me to say, but WWE in the limelight it is, and the juggernaut it is. It's I don't want to say it's easier to put WWE superstars on this list, but it's power rankings. It's power rankings. It's those who have great title runs, great promos, promising futures and stuff like that. Definitely Lucha Libre as well. CMLL. Their new partnership with Tony Khan and AEW should be pretty badass. I would love to see more wrestling from Mexico. I try to watch all the wrestling I can. I got to be honest, that's signing up for, Access TV to watch TNA, Ring of Honor, Honor Club, trying to find out a way to watch New Japan Professional Wrestling and stuff like that without, watching highlights on YouTube and stuff like that. So, oh my God, there's just so much wrestling, so much wrestling. And I love it. I love it 1,010%. So, yeah. All right, guys, do not go anywhere. We're going to move on to our fifth and final segment. We're going to talk about our Wednesday weekly wrestling news. So grab your popcorn, grab your favorite snack, grab your favorite drink. We're going to talk about the breaking news headlines within the professional wrestling industry. So, hey, do not go anywhere.